It is my great pleasure to host today in the Ask the Author session Dr. González Rellán, who is working at the Department of Medicine at the Lunafeld Tendon Research Institute in Toronto. She is the first author on a recent publication, Cell Metabolism, April 26, entitled The Weight Loss Independent Hepatoprotective Benefits of Semaglutide are orchestrated by intrahepatic sinusoidal endothelial GLP-1 receptor. So first of all, thank you very much for being with us today. Congratulations to you and your co-author for this important publication. Important because there were some controversies to know if GLP-1 receptor was expressed in the liver or not. And we all know clinical data, even phase 3 data, showing that there is a clear benefit for patients with steatohepatitis and loss of elasticity and fibrosis in the liver with GLP-1 receptor agonists. And the question was, is this all indirect, is partly direct in the liver, is still open? And so your data here are really contributing. So can you tell us more about this publication? And first of all, what is the design?
Thank you very much, first of all, for the invitation and the interest in our work. We are really happy to be here with you today. So in our work, we wanted to answer this question that you asked 1 second ago. We wanted to understand how semaglutide improves liver disease, and particularly in the context of MASH. So is the improvement simply secondary to weight loss, or are there other additional direct hepatic mechanisms involved? So to address this question, we use well-established mouse model of MASH combined with advanced single-cell transcriptomics, proteomics, and immunophenotyping. And critically, and one of the important aspects of our work is that we use genetic models that dissociate weight loss from drug action. That means we use mouse that don't lose weight in response to semaglutide. And also, in parallel, we use specific GLP-1 receptor knockout models to selectively disrupt GLP-1 receptor signaling in the liver. So this integrative approach allowed us to determine not only if semaglutide acts directly in the liver, but also to identify the specific cell population responsible for mediating these effects.
And so with all these tools, what did you find?
What we found was that semaglutide improved liver inflammation and fibrosis even in the absence of weight loss, demonstrating potential direct hepatoprotective effects. So mechanistically, we identified a specific population of liver sinusoidal endothelial cells in the pericentral region of the liver that express this GLP-1 receptor. So strikingly, when we selectively removed GLP-1 receptor signaling from these endothelial cells, the beneficial effects of semaglutide were lost, even with lost weight. So these findings establish that intrahepatic endothelial GLP-1 receptor is essential for the benefits of semaglutide in the liver.
Well, this is very important because here, what we observe is that when we have patients who are not losing weight with GLP-1 agonist, or we have patients who are lean MASH who don't need to lose weight because they are already lean. So these two categories of patients that we have and we try to treat with your data, you think we can justify and try to use GLP-1 in these patients?
We always have to take into account that we are working with mice and maybe it's not 100% translated into humans, but what you said is what we saw in clinical studies. There are 50 to 70% of the benefit observed in the ESSENCE trial, in the first part of the ESSENCE trial, is independent of weight loss. So taken together, I think this has important clinical implications because it indicates that weight loss alone may not fully capture the fully therapeutic benefit of semaglutide. And in other words, and following your ideas, patients may experience meaningful liver improvements even in the absence of substantial weight loss. That raises the possibility that lower doses or even dosing strategies that do not maximize weight loss because they don't need it could still provide important beneficial effects in the liver.
Yes, that's opening effectively nice perspectives. So really, thank you very much for summarizing so well and highlighting so well your data, and to do that in the short conversation. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for the invitation.